We ate chocolate every day for 30 days and lost in total 8 kilos. I lost 4 kilos, she lost
3 kilos.
3 kilos. That's not even 8 kilos, that's 7 kilos. So how did we do it?
Calorie deficit.
Wow!
Yeah.
What a surprise! It was a calorie deficit. Oh my god! So if you think that this was super cool and about, oh my god, how did they lose weight by eating chocolate? Then you should subscribe to my channel, because I've been mentioning calorie deficit since I was born. No.
No, that's not true.
No. That's not true. I didn't understand that shit either. But for like 5 to 6 years, I've been trying to say to people to understand that energy in, energy out, weight loss, weight gain.
Circle.
But it's not that simple, and we have to understand how we did it in a healthy way. And before any morons will be like, oh my god, you're promoting eating junk food, that's not healthy, you're promoting chocolate. No, I'm not. Let's understand how we structured our diet so we understand how we did it in a healthy way. So the goal with this challenge was to prove to all the morons that sugar, carbs or fats doesn't make you fat by itself. Too many calories does. Referring back to the calories in, calories out. But also to bring awareness to so many people that feeling anxious if they have a piece of chocolate, ice cream, candy or whatever. To let them know that it's okay if you did have some junk and you didn't fuck up. And my way of helping people is to bring awareness and as much knowledge as possible so you understand this and not getting fooled by these fitness gurus, bias fitness gurus that stands for any religious kind of diet and wants you to be afraid of, for example, sugar or carbs or whatever. And chocolate, as we all know, have all of them. Sugar, fats, carbs, protein. It also has
dairy.
Because I can't pronounce it. Dairy.
Dairy?
Dairy.
Dairy.
Det är inte dairy.
Du säger diary. Du säger dagbok hela tiden.
Diary.
Dairy.
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 Ja. Det stavas D-A-I-R-Y.
Dairy.
Ja, inte diary eller diarrhea.
Okay. And it's highly processed and are labeled as a bad, unhealthy, bad food, bad boy if you eat chocolate. Anyway, when it comes to fat loss, we know 3 things. You have to provide your body with adequate amounts of protein, you have to strength train, and you have to achieve a calorie deficit for fat to vanish. And for all the details about that, I have a full video on how to lose fat, build muscles and everything. So have a look at that and I'll leave the link in the below. Anyway, just because you're providing your body with protein and achieving a calorie deficit, it doesn't mean it's healthy for your body. We also want to have a variety in our nutrition. We want to provide our body with a different variety in different fat sources. We want to provide our body with fibers, vitamins, minerals, so you're not feeling like shit. And here is where it could get really wrong if you're only eating junk food. For example, most of the chocolate bars that we ate was around 50 grams, contained about 200 to 300 calories depending on which chocolate bar. It was a high amounts of saturated fats, pure sugar, low nutrients and low protein. Taking this to practice, let's have her as an example. How many calories did you eat per day?
I ate around 1,800 calories and my fat intake was around 60 grams.
60 grams, which leaves you with 1,500 calories left to play with.
After chocolate,
yes. And our favorite chocolate bar was the Ferrero Rocher. And that was around, that contained around 21 grams of saturated fats and had like 300 calories, which leaves you with 45 grams of fat left to play with. And I want to highlight this. Only that is around 30% of her total fat intake and only saturated fats. And I'm not trying to tell you that the saturated fats is like the devil and very evil and will kill you like other morons will tell you and then stealing, shoving coconut oil because it's healthy.
It's not.
It's saturated fat, that too. However, if you're not eating a plant-based diet and eating a lot of meats, eggs, feta cheese and what more? Feta cheese is life. Then it could easily add up. So So the problem is not the saturated fats, the problem is that we should encourage people to eat more of the other fat sources like olive oil, avocado, fatty fish and stuff like that. So that's the thing people need to add up to their diet. And I had to yell at her a few times because she didn't accept the fact that we had a chocolate challenge. So she still added a lot of feta cheese, whole eggs, cooked it with coconut oils and stuff like that. And I was like,
you can't take my feta cheese.
It's like, Hagen, you have to give and take.
No.
We're not trying to do this if it fits your macros and only target a specific number like, yeah, 60 grams of fat, boom, check. Protein, check. That's morons. Didn't understand the goal with if it fits your macros. The goal with that is to be flexible with your approach, but it's not healthy to just fit your macros with feta cheese, ice cream, chocolate. That's not the point. That's not healthy.
My stretch. Not flexible.
Instead, we had to choose lean protein sources like white fish, egg whites, chicken breast to make room for the other unsaturated fat sources to fill in the gap. And it's not like you can't have a lot of saturated fats one day, it's not about that, but it's what you're doing on a regular basis. And this is exactly the same thing with the other calories, because in her case, if we take her as an example, she had 1,500 calories left to play around with. So she had to make smart choices for even her carb sources. So she had to like choose wisely and maybe switch from rice to more vegetables, carrots and stuff like that to have a more variety in her food sources, to get more fibers, vitamins and stuff like that. So let's go over to some pros and cons with this challenge. Hagen, let us know your thoughts about this.
I will let you know my thoughts. So I felt much more hunger than usually when I fat loss. And I would rather eat those 200 calories in other foods. Did you also feel like this?
Yes. Not like you. I will always choose low calorie foods to stay full because I love to eat big. However, for me, I have more calories to play around with. I was about 2,500 to 2,800 calories per day. She had 1,500 calories left to play around with. So I think that this would be a struggle if I were leaner and had less calories to play around with, and I would never choose chocolate. Not never, I would choose it from time to time, but not in a regular basis. But for me, I didn't have so much problem with being a little bit of hunger. Having a little bit of hunger, no. Any more cons, Hagen?
Yes, I have one more con. So something I felt was that I didn't enjoy the chocolate as much as I did in the beginning, and it got a bit boring actually.
Yes, but you would probably say the same thing if you had feta cheese every day and never could have chocolate.
Yes, I think so.
Yes. And this is more of a calorie deficit side effect. You can't have everything while wanting to get both the result and the health. Something you have to like reduce something, otherwise you're not in a calorie deficit. Simple math. Either some feta cheese go away, some junk go away, or some peanut butter go away. Something has to drop to make those calories less.
No.
Yes. Pros with having chocolate every day.
Yes. So I had no cravings for sweets and chocolate that I usually do, especially on my period.
My period too.
Yeah, you also have a period. He does. So I usually like, when I'm not on a chocolate challenge, I usually want to stuff my face in all 30 pieces at once.
Yes, and
bathe in chocolate is my dream.
Yeah, I actually felt the same. In the beginning I was like, oh, one piece, what is this? And I want more. But
yeah.
As the more days were going on, I was like in the middle, and in the end I was like, which one should I choose? I don't like this one. So this is quite interesting. Made me made me like very like, should we force some junk into someone's fat loss diet, a small amount, even if it's not optimal, just because you're feeling more like you're not doing anything impossible and not having so much cravings, because you can have it every day. You're not restricting yourself every day and end up eating all the 30 pieces of chocolate that we ate in 30 days at once, and then think that you fucked up and then everything goes Yeah, and you start doing some stupid shit to your diet, and this bad, evil circle just goes on and on. So, yeah. Maybe. Do you agree?
Yes, because like when I talk with my friends, they usually have this no sugar challenge or no bread challenge for like 6 months. And then they end up like binging when they're done, and like, I don't believe in these restriction things.
It's not realistic, because every time you're doing this, like, oh no, I'm going to have a clean month, no sugar, no alcohol, nothing. If you ask like 99% of these people, like, are you never going to have chocolate anymore? Are you never going to eat carbs, alcohol, anything? They all will be like, yeah, of course I will have it, but I'm just going to kickstart it. Kickstart my fat loss or kickstart my weight loss, and then going back to a balance. It's like, no, you're not a car, first of all. You don't have to kickstart anything. It's not any battery with electricity. You're already on, you're already alive, right? So instead, start with doing something sustainable. Start with enjoying your diet. Start with just changing your habits around food. If you're starting with restricting yourself, and then people will be like, oh, I have to get back on track.
Yeah.
Of course you're having a hard time getting back on track, because your track is nothing you're enjoying.
No. You have to make a lifestyle.
Lifestyle, hashtag fitness, hashtag healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
So to summarize everything for you, it's very easy. Choose a diet that suits you well. Stay in a calorie deficit, eat mostly whole foods, eat mostly healthy, clean, washed food, or whatever you want to call it. And then enjoy some chocolate. Like, we're still trying to lose fat. It was only the 30 days. We're going to document the rest of our fat loss journey. But we can still eat chocolate now. It's not over. This 30 days chocolate challenge was just to eat it every day. It's not fun to eat anything every day. That's why you should never buy a meal plan. You can have chocolate. It's fine. And you want to know the worst part? It's when people be like, oh, food is just fuel. You should just see it as fuel. That's the stupid thing I ever heard. It's not only fuel. I like to take her out for dinners. I like to travel with her. I like to explore new cultures of different kinds of food. I like to eat different kinds of chocolate. I like to enjoy different wines. Not so much for alcohol, but it's fun. It's fun too. Food is a part of a social life. It's also for your soul. So when you're like jumping into these stupid diets that you know you don't want to do because you listen to that bullshit influencer, you have to think further. You have to think about, is this sustainable for you? Do you want to restrict yourself from sugar, carb, everything? No, probably not. Probably you're like me, want to explore, eat different kinds of food. You don't want to be in that, do you have a low carb pasta in Italy? No, like, this is the reason why you shouldn't jump into diets. This is the reason why you should learn, track your calories, understand your nutrition, understand that this won't make you fat. A protein bar isn't the solution. It's not a meal replacement. It's just some chocolate with added proteins. By the way, I have a full Europe video about protein bars that you should watch.
Yes.
So just eat some chocolate if you want to eat some chocolate. Have it calculated in your overall calories. Maybe not calculated at all, but the most important thing is that you eat a healthy whole food variety in your diet and enjoy some chocolate. I wouldn't want to eat chocolate every day. It's not what I'm telling you, but if I want to have chocolate, just solve it. Exactly like your money. If you want to buy a Gucci bag, do it. Can you afford it? That's the question. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. It's up to you. Anyway, thank you
Thank you
so much for watching. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, watch my other YouTube videos. I have a lot of informative, no bullshit content for you. I give out everything for free.
He does.
Peace out.
Peace.